Man, this NBA offseason been lit. The Boston Celtics been active, real active. After seeing the Pacers almost win a championship, that must have did something to the Boston Celtics because they are active. They recently traded Drew Holiday for Anthony Simons. If you thought they were done making moves, you were wrong. When I made that video, I spoke that I think the Celtics are not done, that they're probably going to be going after a big man. And I was right because by trading Kristaps Porzingis now, all signs points to them drafting a big man or maybe even trading for one. The Boston Celtics just completed a three-team trade with the Brooklyn Nets and the Atlanta Hawks. You know, when you look at the Hawks get Kristaps Porzingis and a second-round pick. The Boston Celtics get Niang and a second-round pick. And the Nets get Terrance Mann and the number 22 pick. You know, when you look at the Hawks, they have the guy from France who's the number 1 pick. You got Trae Young, and now you got Kristaps Porzingis. You know, he can stretch the floor, give Trae Young some more space if he can stay healthy. The Hawks, they're like 2 years away from really being a threat like that, you know, in the Eastern Conference. You know, I don't really see them making the playoffs like that. They might fight for a playing spot, but they're not really good like that. You know, I think this was just a move for the Boston Celtics to clear space, in my opinion. When you look at what the Celtics get back, the Celtics get Gorgie Jang, who was with the Cavs. You know, that's crazy. Last time I checked, he was with the Cavs. He could step out, shoot the three, give you some rebounds. They got him in the second-round pick. He gonna help the team out. I can see him fitting into the rotation cross there. But when you look at the Brooklyn Nets, a lot of folks thought that they should sell the team because that team is a mess right now. You know, they got Cam Thomas and Cam Johnson. Other than them two, they ain't really got no talent across there like that. Bringing in Terrance Mann is a nice versatile player that can play the 1, the 2, or the 3. He play good defense and he gonna give you some buckets. He nice with it, you know. Hopefully he could come over there and, you know, just be one of them cornerstone pieces across there. Nice role players across there for Brooklyn. You know, I like what the Brooklyn Nets are doing though. When you look at the picks that they got in the draft, they got multiple picks in the draft. They got the 8th pick, the 19th pick, the 22nd pick, the 26th pick, and the 27th pick. So they got a lot of picks. They can do some things, you know. But at the end of the day, the Boston Celtics just got stronger. And how it's looking, they're about to get even more stronger. Because there are several big men in the NBA draft. And I expect every last one of them to go to a nice team. You know what I'm saying? This draft is, you know, they got a lot of nice players. They may not be household names, but they nice, you know. Players that can go to the right situation and become a household name quicker than most people thought, you know. But the Celtics, man, they letting everybody know. Yeah, y'all, we lost, but we coming back. We coming back to take over the Eastern Conference, man. You know?